Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Tom Morrison. I'm chair of the Otterbein University Board of Trustees, and it's my great thrill to welcome you to this 2012 commencement of Otterbein. I know this is a special day for all of you and all of your friends and family. It's also a special day in the life of Otterbein. Today marks the end of our 165th year of operation. Today marks our 155th commencement. And today marks the second year in a row in which our graduates are receiving a diploma from Otterbein University. Now, you may or may not know that when we were founded in 1847, we were actually founded as Otterbein University. And between 1857, when we had our first commencement, and 1916, when our name was changed to Otterbein College, we graduated 59 classes with diplomas reading Otterbein University. So if you happen to know anybody who was here during those days, you can compare your diplomas and see that they're very much the same. This year we're graduating over 500 students who become Otterbein alums. You'll join 23,000 who came before you. I hope that during your time here at Otterbein, you've come to recognize and embrace the values and ideals on which this school was founded 165 years ago, the values of caring, civility, inclusiveness, learning, and service. They've served Otterbein well over the years, and they will certainly serve you well as you go out into the world. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to congratulate each and every one of you for reaching this milestone in your lives. Wish you great success and luck as you go out into the world, and we very much hope that we'll see you back on campus as you return to enjoy, celebrate, and recollect the great Otterbein experience. At this time, I'd like to introduce graduating senior Becca Lowe, who will lead us in the invocation. Becca is a major in theater. During her years at Otterbein, she served in the Division of Residence Life, first as an advisor, then as an associate hall director, and finally this year she was a hall director. She was named the Residence Hall Director of the Year in 2011. Becca's also been involved with Student Senate, Christian Fellowship, Habitat for Humanity, Administrative Council, Fuel, and Judicial Council. She was awarded the Cardinal Leadership Award in 2012. Becca represents the best that Otterbein has to offer and what Otterbein is all about. I would mention that right after today's ceremony, Becca's boarding a plane to begin her job as a theater instructor for Kids Shine International, a touring theater ministry company. Becca.
Join me in an attitude of prayer. God in heaven, it is our privilege to invite you here as the guest of honor on this, the day of our Otterbein commencement. It is my request that you would bless this graduating class, but more than that, and most importantly, we desire that you would be here with us in this place today. Among many other things, God, you are the creator of the human mind, which you modeled in some fashion after your own great mind. Though we acknowledge that your thoughts are infinitely higher and more profound than ours, we delight in the notion that we may, on our own level, think some of your thoughts as we seek you in this place. Thank you for the precious gift of knowledge and discovery that you have blessed us with, and that we've been blessed with in our time here at Otterbein. I ask on behalf of those gathered here that you would indeed bless each and every one of these graduates. Give them the grace to make a difference for good wherever they may find themselves in the years ahead. For those who will pursue further education, grant not only the knowledge they will need in their chosen fields, but also wisdom to apply that knowledge to life as it really is. For those who will be going into the workforce, give a sense of what is right and good and appropriate in the often confusing issues they will face. For those in military service, may they draw courage and strength from you. May they serve our country and all of humanity with integrity and honor. For all of these graduates and the families of which they are a part, we ask that they may make a significant contribution to the general welfare of society. May they especially be a blessing to those whose lives they personally touch. I pray that you may be pleased with what is done here this afternoon and what is done here when we leave this campus. Thank you for your presence here today and for your love on all days. It's in the name above all names that I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Becca. This is indeed a great day. As president of Otterbein University, I am proud to welcome you to our campus. Whether you live in Central Ohio, or you have traveled across the country to be here, or if you have come from overseas as one family did from Ghana, we are glad to see so many proud faces here today. Welcome. Karen Castro Ruiz will graduate today with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Global Studies with minors in Business Administration and Spanish. Karen has been a leader both on and off campus during her 4 years at Otterbein. Karen has served in Otterbein Senate, as a resident assistant in Hanby Hall, as the founder and president of the Heritage of Latino Americans, or OLA, and as a Shades of Success mentor for first-year minority students. She also served as an outreach volunteer for the Center for Latin Hope and spent a semester abroad at the Universidad Blas Pascal in Cordoba, Argentina. She has received 2 Cardinal Leadership Awards for outstanding contributions to the celebration of diversity. She is a member of Alpha Lambda Delta National Academic Honorary, the Order of Omega Greek Honorary Society, the Phi Eta Sigma National Honor Society, and served as the president of Phi Sigma Iota International Foreign Language Honor Society. Karen also served as a constituent response intern with the Office of U.S. Senator Sherrod Brown. She was hired as a legislative aide to Representative Lauren M. Fendi in the Ohio House of Representatives in March, and will continue to work there after graduation. This year, Karen began her senior year by welcoming the freshman class at the new student convocation. So it seems particularly fitting that she closed her year by addressing her class. She shared with us that the opportunity to address her classmates at commencement was actually a personal goal that she first envisioned during her own freshman year at Otterbein. I look forward to what she will envision for herself next, don't you? Please join me in welcoming Karen. Karen, please come forward.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I would like to welcome our distinguished guests, alumni, faculty, family, and friends to the Class of 2012 Commencement Ceremony. I am excited to be here in front of you today to celebrate the milestone we have reached. I was recently in Italy and got inspired by a quote I heard while I was on my trip. What would you do today if you could not fail? As I was thinking of this quote, I realized usually what holds us back is the fear of failing, of doing things wrong. This is an appropriate quote for us as we're starting a new chapter in our lives. Most of us are probably scared or nervous about real life starting. I know I was, and I still am. In my case, for instance, I recently started working at the Ohio House of Representatives. And although I made my first step as an adult, I still have a lot of things to do, like find an apartment, learn how to make a budget, and stick to it, and even learn how to repay my student loans. I honestly haven't done any of those things because I am so scared I'm going to mess something up, miss a payment, or even pick the wrong place to live. But going back to the quote I mentioned, we need to remember that even though we are fearful of whatever life holds for us, we can't let fear hold us back. This part of our lives is very similar to 4 or 5 years ago at the end of our senior year of high school. We were unsure of which college we were going to attend, who we were going to have as roomie, and for some, if we had even picked the right major. But look at us today. We are all here because we pushed through that fear. And for the parents, I bet most were fearful of letting their kids go off to college, questioning if you had raised them right, if we were going to be doing the right things while we were gone. Well, parents, I bet you're extremely proud of us for doing things right. Even if we procrastinated and started writing our research papers the night before. And to the professors, we got our papers in on time, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't be here today. But I want us to look at how much change the class of 2012 has made for Otterbein in the past 4 years. If we had been fearful, we wouldn't have all these new programs at Otterbein. We assisted with the conversion of Otterbein College to Otterbein University. We pushed for a women's studies program, which only very few campuses have as a major. We requested that there were more study abroad programs. So now we have multiple classes offered during J-term for travel. We've created new organizations, and best of all, we have been role models for the incoming classes. The class of 2012 is a competitive class. Look around the room. You are surrounded by people with goals and aspirations. We are a testament, sorry, this microphone. We're a testament of how we can go above and beyond, and we have to thank Otterbein for giving us the resources to do that. This institution has given us the competence and ambition to seek competitive positions in the job market and obtain them. Many of our class members are obtaining very competitive jobs in nursing, accounting, and theater, just to name a few. Some of us have decided to move on to higher education and have been accepted into prestigious universities like Georgetown and Cornell, with fellowships and scholarships. I think we need to give ourselves a round of applause for everything we have achieved. Fellow classmates, do you remember the slogan that said, Otterbein, take it with you? All of us are going to take Otterbein with us, but we're all leaving a piece of us here at Otterbein on this campus to inspire future generations to be leaders like us. So I just want to ask everyone in this room, what would you do today if you could not fail? Whatever it is, seek your passions and go do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen, for sharing your personal message and delivering the class greeting. An honorary degree from an American college or university is tangible recognition of distinguished service, professional achievement, or outstanding creative work. Founded in 1847, Otterbein conferred its first honorary degrees in 1875. From that date until now, recipients have included artists, clergy, educators, athletes, scientists, authors, physicians, corporate executives, entrepreneurs, and international leaders, among others. Today, we are honored to confer our 2012 honorary doctorate. Dr. Peter Lee, will you please come forward to be recognized? Would Provost McGillen and Chairman Morrison please join me?
Madam President, if computer science enables the deep exploration of countless possibilities, imagine the mind that dares to put a program, a language, or a technology into place to realize and number those possibilities. Peter Lee, because you have upheld the highest standards in the field of computer science, we are honored to welcome you here today to address the Otterbein class of 2012. Distinguished scientists, whether it is within the academy, government, or business, your discoveries have led to innovations and collaboration that has impacted every desktop, enterprise, and mobile system in the world. In corporate, government, and academic environments, your contributions have earned you, quite literally, the title of Distinguished Scientist, driving engineering advances in computer science for the sake of innovation. Innovative leader. Your work at the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, known as DARPA, reframed our thinking about the roles of technology in our work and lives. The DARPA Network Challenge, best known as the Red Balloon Experiment, mobilized thousands of people worldwide and unleashed a unique experiment in social media. Through your creative approach, you influenced the effectiveness of the U.S. Department of Defense and technological superiority of the United States military by challenging conventional attitudes to computer science. Dedicated educator. Your dedication to higher education has not gone unnoticed. As a faculty member, head of the Computer Science Department and Vice Provost for Research at Carnegie Mellon University, and noted lecturer, you have mentored students who've become the world's inventors, entrepreneurs, and researchers. In 1994, you won the Herbert A. Simon Award for Teaching Excellence in Computer Science, further demonstrating your commitment to preparing the next generation of technology pioneers. Passionate visionary. Your contributions in areas related to software reliability, program analysis, security, and language design have set you apart. We are humbled as we ponder your accomplishments in research, education, administration, and policymaking. You inspire us that in this rapidly changing world, ideas that meet with passion have a place.
Peter Lee, Otterbein is proud to call you friend. Your innumerable accomplishments prove that you live by the ideals of our founders, to be progressive and constantly work toward the betterment of humankind. By the authority vested in me by the Otterbein University Senate and the Board of Trustees, on this day, May 20th, 2012, I confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Engineering. Class of 2012 and guests, please join me in welcoming Dr. Peter Lee.
Wow, that was quite a setup. President Crandall, and to all the administration, trustees, faculty, and staff, thank you so much for this great honor. It's truly a privilege to be here on this joyous occasion. I'm really personally happy to be here to celebrate with all of you. As some of you might know, I have roots here in Ohio. In fact, I was born just 15 minutes away at Riverside Hospital. I don't know how this will go over, but I was the son of 2 Buckeye fans. It's okay. In fact, even what I'm wearing has some special meaning. This cap and gown was last worn here in Ohio over 50 years ago by my father. I can't tell you how much it means to me to be here today wearing this piece of my roots before this great student body. I'm sure it means a lot to my father as well. So, let me start today with some congratulations. First, to the faculty and staff, congratulations on your mentoring, your teaching, advising. Yesterday and today, I've had the great honor of meeting quite a few of your graduates. Wow, what wonderful products of your dedicated service. Second, to the administration and board of trustees, it's been refreshing to see how dedicated and forward-leaning you all are. Congratulations for all that you're doing to advance this university. I look forward to continuing a dialogue with all of you and building a new relationship. I should also give a special congratulations to the event staff. I understand that they're responsible for the good weather this weekend. And to Provost McGillen, who I understand made the final call on green lighting the air conditioning for this hall. Let me tell you, a 50-year-old gown is pretty hot. Third, to the parents, deep congratulations. I think you all just received $30,000 pay raises, so double congratulations. And finally, to the graduates. You've successfully completed this phase of your lives, and you're now embarking on what I hope and expect will be the greatest adventure you could imagine. You are now officially full members of society with all the privileges, and importantly, all the responsibilities and obligations that go along with that. So now, I'm supposed to give you some sage advice. I've asked a lot of people what was expected of me here today, and the answer was usually something like this. Oh, Peter, don't worry, it's not a big deal. You'll be okay. Just make sure to say something that's inspirational and funny. Jeez. Well, thinking about it, let's pick a topic, and one I thought that would be good is to discuss the future. Most of you are planning to enter the workforce now or take up service roles. That means you will have about 43 years from today until retirement. That's good. What can you expect in this 43-year time frame? And are you ready for it? Of course, looking that far ahead is really difficult. As Yogi Berra once said, making predictions is hard, especially when it's about the future. 43 years, think about it. Let's maybe, to make it a little bit easier, and this is what scientists do, we try to cut the problem down into smaller pieces. It's called divide and conquer. Let's go back 43 years to the year 1969. I wonder, do we have any members of the class of 69 here today? That's great. Congratulations. I'm sure we would have more here, except they're all off driving their flying cars and watching TV in the moon bases that they all predicted we'd have 43 years ago. Well, all kidding aside, 1969 was actually a very big year in science and technology. Maybe the biggest the world has ever seen. In that year, Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon. This was a monumental achievement. In just a space of 10 years, from a clean sheet of paper, this country mobilized, in partnership with its government, directed tens of thousands of people towards a common goal and put a man on the moon and brought him back safely. The number of technological problems and achievements that had to be solved is just mind-boggling. Think about that today. What moonshot can you, these graduates today, take on that would be as monumental as that? But that's not all. In that same year, in 1969, two computers, one at UCLA and one at the Stanford Research Institute, were connected by a new technology called the ARPANET, which, of course, later became the Internet. Later, in that same year, 1969, two additional nodes were added, and we had an ARPANET of 4 nodes. And along with that was what computer scientists call the mother of all demos. The first mouse was invented for that demo. It was a beautiful piece of carved wood, nice lacquer finish on it. And the demonstration showed how a person in Utah and a person in California could collaborate together over a network to work together on a document and get work done and have quality communication through time and space. Again, a monumental achievement. And that, like the moon landing, also happened in 1969. So 43 years ago, we had these great achievements. So let me ask you, now that we've had 43 years to live with this, which one of those two achievements had greater impact? It's a little bit of a silly question. In fact, I think truthfully I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for the moon landing. I was a kid and I ate space food sticks and drank Tang, like many of my friends. But have you been to the moon? I have a 14-year-old son, and he hasn't used Saturn V booster technology to reinforce his math lessons. The people seeking freedom in Tunisia and Egypt last year used Twitter, not lunar lander technology, to completely change their governments. Every day, every aspect of our lives is being transformed by ideas that were developed 43 years ago. The point is, when powerful tools become available to everyone, surprising, disruptive things happen. And they happen all the time. This is the power of technology democratization. With this in mind, let's try again to look ahead 43 years to the year 2055. I guess we would call it 2055. And you'll just all be embarking on your happy retirements. Well, let's think about it. We can predict a few things. By current projections, in 2055, a $1,000 computer will have more computing power than the human brain. In fact, that $1,000 machine will have the computing power that should, by current projections, exceed the computational power of the entire human species. I think you'll all want to buy one. Please buy it from Microsoft. Are you ready? To these graduates, what will you do with that kind of power? By the way, while we're talking about projections for 2055, there are also Defense Department projections that show that at that time, the cost of a single fighter jet will consume the entire Department of Defense budget. So I don't know if any of you are planning to be jet fighter pilots, but if you are, be prepared to share your ride. Now, I've been fortunate to have the opportunities to work in academia as a professor, in government, and also now in industry. And that trifecta of experiences has taught me a few things. As a professor, there's a lot of pressure to always be right, to be a teacher, to be a mentor, to look heroic in front of your students. Actually, Herb Simon, the Nobel laureate, had done some studies that showed that in the classroom, students hear less than half the words spoken by a lecturer. I've always found that comforting. But when I went to DARPA, I was suddenly thrown into an extremely uncomfortable situation. In fact, in the first week I was there, I was asked to start a new technology program office and then to spend 10 minutes with the Secretary of Defense, Secretary Gates, to tell him what I was going to do. I had no idea. I had not a clue what I was going to do. It was the first week. I was driving from my home in Pittsburgh to Washington, D.C., and along the way, maybe being too distracted by what I was going to say, I got pulled over by the Maryland State Police, paid my dues there, and then spent the rest of the drive worrying about what would happen if I lost my license. How was I going to work from Pittsburgh in Washington, D.C.? And so I took out my smartphone and I downloaded a social networking application called Trapster. So how many of you have used Trapster? So stop doing that, it's not safe. Now, the thing that Trapster does is Trapster engages in a kind of war against the state police by getting all of the drivers on the road to band together and use their smartphones to mark the locations of all of the speed traps. And if you get warned, you can give a thumbs up or thumbs down, just like you do on Facebook, to elevate the social status of people who are reporting. And not having anything else planned to talk to the Secretary of Defense about, I decided to tell him about this. And he didn't say much. Strangely, he did accelerate my security clearance, but it did start a conversation. And that conversation was about the possibilities that social media and social networks might actually be an alternative path to surveillance and might even be a threat to national security in the surveillance domain. And it was from that the very first project that I ran was a balloon hunt. On the 40th anniversary in 2009 of the stringing of the first 4 nodes of the ARPANET together, we held a contest where we had 10 8-foot red weather balloons tethered to the ground, 100 feet in the air, in 10 secret locations in the United States. And on that day, we held a contest that the first person who could find all 10 would win a $40,000 prize. To my surprise and amazement, over 4,000 people and teams signed up. And they used amazing imagination to use social media and the internet to mobilize thousands of people, and in the case of an MIT team, over 2.5 million people, to mobilize within 48 hours and find those 10 red balloons in less than 9 hours. Now, while that's amazing, you might expect that kind of thing from universities, what was also amazing to me is that most of the teams weren't from universities. Most of the teams were just from ordinary communities and organizations around the world. The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, the geocachers, a really fun social network called the Nerd Fighters, and even teams in China, in Iran, in the Sudan, and in Russia. All of this had a tremendous impact on thinking about the impact of social media and the internet in national security and in international policy. And we see the consequences of that now every day in countries like Iran, Egypt, Tunisia, Costa Rica, and many, many other places. You, not me, will have access to this technology. When I started that project, the conversation with Secretary Gates was around the idea that 50 years ago, only governments had access to the kind of technology that could mobilize millions of people around a common cause. 20 years ago, some big corporations gained access to this kind of technology. Big broadcasters, big advertising agencies. 10 years from now, you will have it. Technology democratization is going to give you access to an array of tools of unimaginable power that will give you greater knowledge, greater connections, and a greater voice in this world. Our fates and the fates of humanity rest in your ability to act as whole persons, to act in service to the community, society, and humanity. Are you ready? Think about the power that you're going to have in the palm of your hands. I was also touched this morning at the baccalaureate ceremony by the perspectives and testimonies given by some of our graduates today, because they're directly relevant here. Abba Bransa said, and I'll have to paraphrase, all the plans you want, all the plans you make, well, they don't take into account what actually happens, because there's always something unpredictable around the corner. You need to take a chance, make a few mistakes, as Benjamin Hardwick said. And you need to put others' needs in front of your own in order to navigate this ever-changing world. If there's any common theme here, it's the theme of change and the accelerating pace of that change. In my world, in technical information, in the form of research papers and books, the amount of that technical information is literally doubling every 2 years. Think about it. Every 2 years, more is discovered and written about in science and technology than was discovered and written about in all of human history before that. Every 2 years. And with such constant change comes uncertainty. There's just no way to be certain about the future. And with that uncertainty comes the natural human response of discomfort. And it's natural as humans to try to get rid of that discomfort. But here's the thing. We live in an ever-changing, uncertain world. Trying to rid yourself of discomfort by forcing yourself to be certain in an uncertain world simply doesn't produce good results. There's an ancient Chinese proverb that goes, to be uncertain is to be uncomfortable, but to be certain is to be ridiculous. I've always liked that one. In fact, in a world of change, certainty is not only ridiculous, but it's downright destructive. Today, we people all over the world and in our country staking out increasingly hardened positions, technical positions, ethical positions, and moral positions, in an understandable human search for certainty and therefore comfort. But invariably, given the pace of change, what instead happens is rigidity of thought and judgment, and a reduced capacity to harness change for the betterment of society. Our only real hope is to embrace uncertainty. Of course, this is more easily said than done. So, what possible advice could I give you to embrace uncertainty? Well, let me try to give a couple of things. One, never be the smartest person in a room. What does that mean? Be humble, be service-oriented, and again, as Adam Schulter said this morning, put others' needs in front of your own whenever possible. When I went to serve our country at DARPA, working with our servicemen and women, I was enriched by their service-oriented attitude, much as I've been enriched by interacting with you this weekend. The impact that you can have to enable the world around you to embrace uncertainty and extract opportunity out of uncertainty is enormous. And as you gain access to more and more powerful tools, your ability to help the world, help me, help your parents, and help future generations turn uncertainty into opportunity will be enormous. We really count on you. And second, there's a great phrase, carpe diem, seize the day. This morning, Lauren Wargland said, go out and make your own opportunities. You can't predict the future, so you might as well make it. Are you ready? From what I've seen this weekend, I think you are. I'm feeling much better about my own future, and I look forward to your retirement 43 years from now in the year 2055. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Lee, for sharing your affirming message today. As we now prepare to confer the degrees for the class of 2012, graduates, please stand to thank your families and friends for their support during your years at Otterbein. Family and friends, please stand and recognize your graduates. And stretch a little bit while you're at it. Okay, please be seated. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. The names listed in the commencement program are of all the graduates since September 2011. And not all graduates are participating in today's ceremony. We will now proceed with the conferring of degrees in course. Dr. Victoria McGillen, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, will present the candidates.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please rise? Madam President, upon the recommendation of the faculty of Otterbein University, I present the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Music Education, and Bachelor of Fine Arts.
By virtue of the authority vested in me under the laws of the State of Ohio by the Board of Trustees of Otterbein University, I confer upon you the appropriate baccalaureate degree. Students, at this time, I invite you to move your tassel from the right to the left side of your cap. It's now official. You are a graduate of Otterbein University. Now please be seated until the others call your row forward to receive your diplomas. I wanted to take a moment before we begin recognizing each of our graduates to say something special about the Otterbein family. Graduates, you are surrounded today by many of the people who have helped you arrive at this proud day. From your family members who have supported and believed in you since your very beginning, to your professors and mentors who have encouraged you from the beginning of your growth as a college scholar. These are the people who have seen your potential and made sure that you saw it in yourself. They have encouraged you, they have believed in you, and they have supported you. And as you go on to new adventures, these are the people you'll return to for encouragement and support whenever you need it. These are also the people you will undoubtedly want to tell first when you accomplish something remarkable. As you walk across the stage, I want you to know that your family in the stands and your family in the Otterbein community are walking alongside you, full of pride. So it is in that spirit we will begin today's ceremony with two graduates who help remind us what it means to be a part of the Otterbein family. A mother and daughter pair whose pride, support, and belief in one another helped them find their way to this stage together. Graduate Ashley Bauman and her mother, also a graduate, and a student computing manager in our Otterbein community, Tasha Harmon, will be our first two graduates to cross the stage. We've decided Ashley should go first because, as Tasha and every other parent in this room will tell you, there simply is nothing more rewarding than watching your daughter or son take their first steps towards something incredible. At this time, I invite Dr. Jeffrey Demas, Associate Professor of Communication, to announce the candidates.
We will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Arts. Nicole April Kondopoulos. Joel Bradley Laborsi. Beth Marie Lanning. Clinton Andrew Pyatt. Kevin Thomas Gallagher. Jacob Lawrence Waller. Carrie Lynn Idle, magna cum laude. Natalie Ruth Hess, cum laude. Donald Oliver Thwaite III, cum laude. Fortinell Fortin Faustin. Rashad Mosley. Megan Eileen Gibson. Alexis Nicole Dooley, magna cum laude. Felix Adiyaya. David Lawrence Brewer. Kelly M. Krieger. Laura Marie Sheenus. Lindsay Marie Abbott. Paige Margaret Boyer. Juliana Sophia Maciosi. Karen Elizabeth Castro Ruiz. Stephen Eric Barris, cum laude. Jordan Matthew Hussey. Sarah Lynn Mills. Angela Kathleen Robley. Sarah Elizabeth Myers. Kathleen McGuire Knights. Jennifer Joan Davis Courts. Mackenzie M. Maccabee. Brooke K. Bishop. Kevin Matthew Genter, magna cum laude. Matthew Earl Green, cum laude. Charles S. Barron. Gregory Ryan Atkinson. Jeffrey Peter Lococo. Bryce Thomas Roush. Stephen Alexander Isaac. Calvin Joshua Williams. Taylor Hayden Ford. Amber Nicole Coons. Jill Ellen Savoya. Ashley Julianne Bauman. Tasha Harmon, summa cum laude. Carly Turner Bellamy, cum laude with honors. Ashley Nicole Wallace. Amy Catherine Peppercorn. Gretchen Lee Keel. Sarah Nicole Ansley. Bethany Louise Kimmett, cum laude. Jennifer Suzanne Ruano, cum laude. Carissa Elise Dada. Bradley Patrick Longo. Brianna Lynn Burke, magna cum laude. Lindsay Jane Van Meter, cum laude. Christopher Lee Davis. Julie Ann Matovich. Amy Eileen Krieger. Andrea Lorraine Bennett, magna cum laude. Catherine Elise Wallenbrock. Heather Louise Dunn, cum laude. Amit Agrawal, summa cum laude. Christine Lee Bellamy, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Robinson, cum laude. Andrea Michelle Powers. Caroline Grace Schaefer. Kelsey Nicole Foley, magna cum laude. Alicia Lynn Tingler, cum laude. Rebecca Jane Lowe. Sarah Christine Hutchinson, magna cum laude. Julian Vito Gallegos. Benjamin Tomas Hartwig. Jessica L. Parker. Adam Philip Chow, magna cum laude. Kurt William Gallant. Matthew Ardema. Jacob Ryan Judd. Michelle Diane Haycook. Stephanie Norris Schweitzer, cum laude, with honors, with distinction. Seth Brian Kleinpaste. Joshua Martin Leach. Chad J. Pepper. Joshua Michael McCaskey. Matthew Eric Ross. Mark P. Hogan. Jennifer Christine Gill. Andrea Nicole Weekly. Kaylee Brooke Miller, magna cum laude. Lisa Marie Pizzoferrato, cum laude. Leslie Marie Williams, magna cum laude. Kyle Jacob Marler, cum laude. J. Thomas Hillier. Jeff Kyle Kintner. Ethan David Scheibner, cum laude. Samantha Nicole Bickert, cum laude. Jennifer Ann Brown. Matthew Drennan Thompson, cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Borman. Lily Ann Teeters, cum laude. Gregory Couch. Kevin Michael Lang. Scarlett Louise Tebbis, magna cum laude. John Thomas Henderson, cum laude. Catherine Mackay Kerber. Lauren Rochelle Zachrich, summa cum laude with honors. Abigail Eileen Foreman, cum laude. Courtney A. Kent, cum laude. Joanna Ray George. Kristen Jane Hughes. Stephen Otto Collins. Christina Ann Cinciola. Marky Renee Overholt, magna cum laude. Curtis Michael Ashcraft. Bess Opal Proper. Daryl Lamont Kelly. Cassie Marie Brungarth. Angela Marie Sammons. Mark Wesley Pearson. Daniel Clark Wilson. Gail Rexford King. Drew Allen Kessling. Ashley Marie Brule, magna cum laude. Jonathan Austin Kerbaum. Carl Michael Wonderly. Benjamin Wade Elsesser. Mackenzie Aaron Farkas. Bryn Hadley Sowash. Caitlin Elizabeth Perry, magna cum laude. Brent Christopher Ford. Matthew Tyler Knights. Anthony Thomas DeGennaro. Alex Lyndon Mann. Alio M. Saul. Bradley Keith Carroll, magna cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Navarre, magna cum laude. Kara Jean Collins, cum laude. Margaret Elizabeth Howell, cum laude. Megan Renee Stewart. Lindsay Brianna Malla. Charlotte Ann Baird. Brian Michael Fox. Joel Christopher Butler. Brianna Marie Stover, magna cum laude. Caitlin Elaine Chrislieb, cum laude. Jacqueline Marie Roerig. Alexander Thomas Shields, cum laude. Robert Lee Stone. Nicole Marie Housekeeper, cum laude with honors. Gabriella Rose Sereny. Troy Michael Four. Kristen Ann Sapp, cum laude. Ashley Renee Broughton. Jasmine L. Blair Brown. Zakia Brown. Ariane M. Williams. Paula Andrena Casale. Brandy Marie Nocera. Rachel Michelle Ripley. Heather Dawn Hansen. Samantha Marie Fry. John R. Wagenman. George Allen Schubert. Henry Barry Devin Collins III, magna cum laude with distinction. Richard Allen Rice, summa cum laude with honors. Sarah Elizabeth Overdeer, summa cum laude. Carlene Ellen Maurer, magna cum laude. Janelle Marie Myers, magna cum laude. Andrea Marie Kyle, summa cum laude with honors. John Valentine Surson, summa cum laude. Belinda Katarina Nelson. Kevin Michael Murphy. Matthew Stewart Ashworth. Shane Michael Willis. Nicholas Allen Hauk. Anam Yassin. Amna Ahad Shah. Marissa Ella Rentz. Caroline Ann Faust, cum laude. Elizabeth Michelle Holdhouse, magna cum laude with honors. Heather Renee Nance, cum laude. Casey Kathleen Claridge, magna cum laude with honors. Rebecca Lynn DeVore, magna cum laude with honors. Kimberly Rachel Swisher. Hannah Marie Hawkenberry, summa cum laude with honors. Keisha Nana Aquia Dufillet. Manal A. Farah. Chaz Antonio Logan. Morgan James Rossello. Adam Richard Wolf. Spencer Kinsey Peltier. Joseph John Monier. Brittany Michelle Peltier. Brittany Ivy Doro with honors. Michelle Lee Heron, cum laude. Tiffany Ann Kirk. Heather Michelle Nichols. Maisha Cartea Baytops. Sharonda Nicole Whitner, cum laude. Cassandra Rochelle Thomas. Jacob Ray Brown. Andrew Douglas Lyle. Kimberly D. Rogers. Okay. Jamie Lee Seidel. Laurel Elizabeth Diley. Heidi Ann Mitchell, magna cum laude. Catherine Ann Graham, cum laude. Hannah Lynn Chester. Hannah Catherine Ullum, magna cum laude. Jared William White. Philip Bauman Peaks. Leah Catherine Driscoll, cum laude. Bianca Christine Yan, summa cum laude, with honors. Rebecca Lee Woodruff, magna cum laude, with honors. Jennifer Joy Risch, with honors. Abigail Whitney Santorin, with honors. Vinnie Thomas Sanfilippo, cum laude, with honors. Amelia Julia Moody. Jonna Lynn Stewart, magna cum laude, with honors. Hannah Marie Biggs, summa cum laude, with honors. Nicole Ann Calvaruso, summa cum laude. Sarah May Tucker. Emily Afton Swank Kavanaugh. Lavon Vanderswag, summa cum laude. Alexis Nicole Harris. Krista Renee Flanagan, magna cum laude. Jacob Daniel Escobedo. Tenley Whitaker Struess, magna cum laude, with honors. Jordan J. Labatt. Carissa Reed. Justin Richard McAtee, summa cum laude, with honors. Matthew Evan Watson. Started first BS. We will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science. Victoria Alexandra Chamberlain, magna cum laude. Christine Elizabeth Keister, cum laude. Stephanie Renee Abramsick. Jennifer Ann Nagy. Daniel Mark DeBriel, magna cum laude, with honors. Colleen May Grant, cum laude. Amanda Nicole Smith. Laura Ann McDaniels, cum laude. Paige Connor Malik. Alex Jacob Camphouse. Brian Joseph Gregilla, cum laude. Heather Marie Crather, summa cum laude, with honors. Brandon Joseph Shepard. Catherine Ann Kaiser, summa cum laude, with honors. Mary Helen Everett. David Roy Hammond. Jack Tyler Brangham, cum laude, with distinction. Luis Felipe Barros Shoairi, cum laude, with distinction. Molly Jane Claremont, magna cum laude, with distinction. Melissa Lynn Tress, magna cum laude, with honors. Jeffrey Robert Fabus. Molly Ann Macher. Rebecca Gail Fremer with honors. Antonia Marie Hutton. Christy Marie Cotterman. Kristen Michelle Roby. Lindsay Nicole Russell, magna cum laude. Olivia Ann Pierce, magna cum laude. Penelope Lynn Mittman, summa cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Fairbanks. Catherine Marie Fuller, magna cum laude with honors. Kelly Joe Bluebaugh. Lauren Ashley Wargelin, magna cum laude with honors. Christina Ann Thayer, magna cum laude with distinction with honors. Seth Gregory Holland. David Henry Kruk. Brock Cooper Neighbors. William Wesley Drake. Nathaniel Allen Miller. Bismarck Quay. Robert Alexander Reese. Abu Bakar Job. Gabriella Chantilla Evans, cum laude with honors. Adrian Marie Garrett with distinction. Sarah Catherine Nye. Kenneth Lee Colmar. Devin Blaine Latimer, summa cum laude with distinction. Ryan James Baker. Zachary David Webster. Derek Wayne Landis, summa cum laude. Anthony LaShawn Lovelace. Deborah L. Andriana. Stephanie A. Sherburne. We will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Education. Kylie Elizabeth Cassidy, cum laude. Mark Robert Laux. Kelsey Ellen Kirk, cum laude. Jessica Marlene Church, cum laude. Allison Elizabeth Hines. Julia Sujata Trask, magna cum laude. Allison Kate Diorio. Jennifer Caroline Miller. Candace Marie Edwards. Ashley Elizabeth McCabe, magna cum laude. Lisa Christine Natosi, summa cum laude. Caitlin Marie Wilps, magna cum laude. Laura Catherine Shervin, cum laude. Janie Barr, summa cum laude. Kaylin Quinn Sendelbach, cum laude. Sarah Jane Swank. Caitlin Danielle Armstrong. Sierra Nicole Sherry. Kelsey Lynn McMahon, cum laude. Rebecca Lauren Bell, magna cum laude. Lauren Ann Sweezy, magna cum laude. Catherine Ann Court, magna cum laude. Kelly Maureen Haynes. Ashley Kristen Weir, cum laude. Amanda Ann Fulton, cum laude. Hillary Sophia Church, magna cum laude. Amanda K. Mecklin, cum laude. Taylor Nicole Reed, cum laude. Laura Elizabeth Fouch. Jordan Lee Martin, cum laude. Mallory Christine Mellett. Jane Elizabeth Pello. Sarah Catherine Hickey. Catherine Joyce Blubaugh, cum laude. Kimberly Deanne Crenshaw, cum laude. Amanda Marie Hunt, magna cum laude. Shelley Ann Medic, cum laude. Abigail Renee Grimes, cum laude. Addie Elise Witt. Allison McGuire Kennedy. Micah Lynn George. We will now present candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Brian Thomas Albany, cum laude. Samantha Paige Corbin, magna cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Stallard, cum laude. Lauren Taylor Ridgway, cum laude. Nadia Elise Taylor. Stephanie Leanne Bowman, magna cum laude. Nicole Angeline Putnam, cum laude. Diana Michelle Reed. Alyssa Caitlin Hale. Laura Louise Cantos, magna cum laude. Chelsea Lynn Brown. Nicole Elizabeth Grandominico. Lindsay Marie Mackey. Bailey Severa Kloppenstein. Kaylee Marie Blackwell. Leah Catherine Winner, cum laude. Natalie Suzanne Green. Abigail Lynn Ritchie. Molly Ann Ritz. Allison Nicole Barnett. Elise Nicole Purcell. Nicole Ray Elliott, cum laude. Mary Catherine Majesic. Stephanie Lynn Jakes. Melissa Janelle Bushman, magna cum laude. Melissa Ann Mumaw, summa cum laude. Renee Michelle Wilkie. Lindsay Marie Curry. Rachel Ann Recker. Ashley Jean Hudick. Jill Christine Finney. Leah Michelle Rowley. Dana Lene McDermott, cum laude. Trinity Dawn Burns. Jessica Lynn Jakowski. Amy Catherine Stringer, summa cum laude. Adrienne Lynn Novak. Amber Lynn Rains. Sarah Christine Petras. Laura Jo Kirby Bradford. Ashley Nicole Algire, cum laude. Tara Lee Smith. Sarah Jo Selhorst. Laura Christine Parker, cum laude. Anne-Marie Asewin Formensky is receiving Bachelor of Science in Nursing and Bachelor of Arts. Sasha Nicole Greb. Maurice Jamal Tillman. Whitney Lise Hoyer. Lauren Ann Miller, magna cum laude. Samantha Lee Rodeback, magna cum laude. Jenna Renee Tombush, cum laude. Megan Grace Foley, summa cum laude. Hannah Jordan McClenar. Lauren Whitney Moore. Christy Elaine Lucas. Lauren Kelsey Sen, cum laude. Rochelle Marie Mackey. We will now present candidates for the Bachelor of Music. Kristen Irene Osborne, cum laude. Mitchell Clifton Warmbine, cum laude. Brian Mitchell McKeon, magna cum laude. Carrie Lee Sims, magna cum laude with honors. Thomas Hazard McKeon, magna cum laude. We will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Music Education. Danica Delois Olson, magna cum laude. Addison Marie Metzger, summa cum laude. Molly Catherine Klein. Emily Dimitrov Campbell. Gregory Charles Benson, summa cum laude. Samuel Joseph Colas, magna cum laude. Joshua Edward Reynolds. Jill Caitlin Humrickhouse, cum laude. Deanna Lucille Bailey. Gemma Lynn Doherty. We will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts. Leah Deneen Ayers. Patrick Kyle Schaefer. Abby Lynn Bay, cum laude. James Michael McSweeney. Jacob Michael Robinson, magna cum laude. Emma Popping Brock, cum laude. Stanzi Detzel Davis, magna cum laude.
Well, congratulations to all the members of the class of 2012. The Otterbein community is extraordinarily proud of your individual and collective accomplishments. I'd now like to invite Provost McGillen to come to the podium.
It has been an Otterbein tradition to recognize, during the commencement ceremony, faculty members who have been granted emeritus status. This year, 2 distinguished members of the Otterbein faculty are retiring with emeritus standing. Today, we proudly recognize Dr. Paul Laughlin from the Department of Religion and Philosophy and Dr. Michael Haberkorn from the Department of Music. Combined, their service totals 66 years. More important than this impressive number, however, is another number that is not so easily calculated. For the countless lives of the students that they have mentored, encouraged, and transformed, and for the many ways that they have enriched the daily lives of their colleagues, we offer our sincerest thanks and appreciation. In recognition of all of their years of distinguished service, the Otterbein University Board of Trustees, at its meeting May 19, 2012, passed the following resolution. Whereas these individuals have demonstrated a conscientious and strong commitment to the university, and whereas they have shown outstanding dedication and loyalty in service to the students of Otterbein University. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the trustees of Otterbein University, on behalf of the entire Otterbein community, express our deepest appreciation to them for their many contributions and the life of the Otterbein University, and do hereby confer upon them emeritus status. We are proud to present Dr. Paul Allen Laughlin with a commemorative plaque. And while he was unable to join us today, we also thank Dr. Michael Haberkorn for his remarkable commitment to Otterbein University.
And now, graduates, as you leave Otterbein today, I want to remind you of a simple but important truth, one that has been expressed by many different voices in varying ways over the years. This is what I want you to remember. The world is starved for grace. The world needs what you have to offer. The world needs your commitment to serve and your compassion for your neighbors. The world needs your passion and fire for your profession. The world needs minds that are hungry, hands that are ready to work and make change, a spirit that is strong and caring, and ideas that are innovative. As you leave Otterbein, with the love and support of your family and friends, your Otterbein education, and your remarkable talents, remember, the world is starved for grace, and you are uniquely qualified to nourish that need with your words and your actions as professionals, as citizens, and as alumni of Otterbein University. The benediction will be offered by Dr. Paul Laughlin. This closing prayer for the class of 2012 is also a closing note for Dr. Laughlin, whom we just recognized as one of our soon-to-be distinguished emeriti faculty members. Dr. Laughlin, as you offer your prayer to the class of 2012, please know that many of us will also offer a silent prayer of our own on your behalf. May your wisdom, your talent, and your friendship be Otterbein's to know for many years to come. Following the benediction will be the singing of the Otterbein Love Song, which will be led by Mitchell C. Warmbein. Mitchell has been a member of the concert choir for 4 years and counts the choir's China tour in 2010 amongst the most meaningful experiences of his life. Active in Torch and Key, Lambda Gamma Epsilon fraternity, and a member of Opus One vocal jazz group, Mitchell has also held significant roles in every major opera production during his years here, and was awarded the Thelma Zellna Award in 2010 for outstanding choir participation and the Olive S. Cook Music Award in 2009. Mitchell will next attend the University of Pittsburgh for a post-baccalaureate program in speech pathology to help him realize his career goal of working in the field of vocal health. While this accomplished vocal performance graduate has performed the Otterbein love song many times, this will be his first time to sing the love song as an alumnus. I ask that you remain seated until the recessional is complete. Our processional ushers will lead your proud graduates outside for what I know will be a very proud and special moment. My thanks to the men of Sigma Delta Phi fraternity, or Sphinx as we know it, for their leadership and outstanding service as our processional ushers today and throughout this 2012 commencement season. Following the singing of the love song, I declare the commencement ceremony in this 165th year of Otterbein University officially concluded.
The first thing I'm going to do is to remove the master script. This would probably get me into a lot of trouble, but what are they going to do? Fire me? Before I deliver the benediction, I would like to speak briefly to the new graduates. We're not so different, you and I. You, until a moment ago, were seniors. I obviously am a senior. You have been here on average 4 years and then some. And now finally, you know enough to move on. I've been here roughly 8 times that long. And finally, I know enough to move on. What can I say? I'm a slow learner. This past semester, I'm sure that many of you seniors experienced the dreadful malady of senioritis. As for myself, I can only say to you, you have no idea. I therefore consider myself a fellow member of the 2012 graduating class of the Otterbein University. And as such, I have the distinct privilege and high honor to deliver you a closing benediction, a final blessing, as it were. And here it is. Go forth in joy and peace and confidence, proud of all that you have accomplished here. But go forth as well with a sense of humility and gratitude for the family, friends, faculty, and others who have encouraged and assisted you along the way. Many of them you never noticed and don't even know their names, but they helped to bring you to this happy day. Go forth knowing that today marks not an end, but a transition and a beginning. The path ahead is daunting, but everything you need for the journey, you already have within you. Your task is to find your passion and your inner strengths and to follow them to your destiny. Go forth striving for prosperity and success, however you define them. But never forget to be kind and compassionate to your fellow human beings and creatures, especially the lowliest, the weakest, and the neediest, and to be responsible to the earth and your environment along the way. Go forth to love one another, regardless of religion or race, nationality or ethnicity, gender or sexual orientation, economic status or political affiliation, worthiness or unworthiness. It's not always easy, but it's right. Just do it. The peoples of the world are your larger family. Learn to embrace them, differences and all. It's not always easy, but it's right. Just do it. And never forget your spirit, whether you relate it to a higher power or identify it as your own deepest essence within. Don't forget your spirit, whether you see it as a divinely bestowed and immortal or as natural and finite. Spirit is spirit, and it's all holy. So in all of your living and doing in the world's hustle bustle, leave room for your spirit, for silence, and for just being. Never stop reading and listening and watching. Never stop searching and questioning and thinking. Never stop learning and growing and becoming. Go forth, above all, Otterbein class of 2012, with hope. The future is a scary place, but be not afraid. It's going to be all right. Say it with me. It's going to be all right. And it is. Believe me, I'm a theologian. I know things. Live long and prosper. Shalom, Asalam, Shanti, Paz, Pace, Pei, Frida, Vreda, Mir, He Wa, Ha Ping, Pyonghua, Wolakote, Amani, Roj, peace. And to our family and friends from Japan, arigato. And for our families and friends from China, sheshe. And all of you, thank you.
Would you please stand and join me in the singing of the Otterbein love song? The words to the love song can be found on the inside of your program cover. Old Otterbein, our college, we sing of thee today. Our memories round thee linger in a sweet and mystic way. Old Otterbein, we love thee. Our hearts are only thine. We pledge anew, we will be true. Dear Otterbein,